And I want to give you a little teaser of an outtake today of the eyes. So I'm going to show you in this video all the footage of painting the eyes and give you a few tips on how to paint beautiful eyes, which apply no matter what eye you're painting. Cat, dog, human. For continuity, I put a little bit of this color in the eye, because if you have an eye color, you want some of that eye color elsewhere in the painting. So since I have it in my brush, this is a perfect opportunity to put a little splat of it in the eye. Putting a little orange in his eyes to vibrate with the greens that will go there. Remember, in eyes, it's so important to remember, it's not the colors, it's the values that do the hard work in the eyes. So remember, I like to have a gradient from dark at the top to medium to light. Paint around a highlight if you can. So I'm just going to mix for mine Permanent Green Light by Daniel Smith and Holbein Aureolin to get kind of a light lime color. Eye is a miniature version of a painting. So I'm going to paint around some white highlights and just you put in your largest shapes first with the lightest color. So that's a very light green yellow. Now we can do our slightly darker eye color. Get that a little bit darker green, and I'll blot my heel because I am working in a small area. You can also add interest by putting in a hot color in part. It'll just enliven your color a little. You don't want too much water in your brush because then it'll flood the whole eye and make a mess out of your green. Okay. All right, then I'm going to let that dry. All right, now I will get an even darker blue, and usually I use ultramarine blue for the darkest darks. I'm going to mix some green into it for the top third of the pupil. What I like to do is use values to do all the hard work. So that means I like to make the top third of my eye pretty dark, like that. And I'm going to clean out my brush, blot it pretty well, and then run it along the bottom of that and blend. And then I can go in with even darker blue, blended effect. Come join my free online communities. The most popular one is on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Rachel's Watercolor Workshop. Be sure to join my Patreon for free. It's kind of like joining my mailing list, so you stay in touch with all my aha moments. I do put free tips on my Patreon, and you can just see what I'm working on. So I'd love to see you there as well. And until next time, go watercolor your world. Bye, everybody.